Undercover Carson, secret agent. Operation Deathray, an assignment in Rio.
It seemed that our search for the missing scientists, and so the secret of the Deathray, was to be jeopardized by the apparent treachery of Sir Giles Davenport's servant, Angelo. Though we both could have sworn he was the most faithful peon in South America, it seemed without question that he'd contacted 3 women, each suspected of working against us in the hunt for the dread secret weapon. But from a distance, I was able to watch him going about the contacting of Faye. There was some doubt whether the fellow really was Angelo. And this was climaxed by his dramatic appearance at Sir Giles' apartment. He was badly knocked about, unconscious as we settled him down on a sofa.
Poor fellow Carson, he looks a frightful mess.
That doctor you just phoned, Sir Giles, reliable?
Well, I should say so. He's patched me up myself many a time.
You're not referring to professional skills, huh?
Oh, yes, I get it. Minds his own business, never asks awkward questions.
Good.
I can scarcely wait for him to wake up and talk. I must have the satisfaction of knowing it wasn't he who tried to sell us out to your lady loves.
Well, there's one thing practically certain, sir. This is not the chappie I saw today.
They're not dressed the same?
No. Now the chappie wearing jacket.
And Angelo wearing this dark coat?
So.
And moreover, Carson, I'd say he'd been wearing it continually for some days.
Exactly, sir. Mud and dirt caked on it. Well, it is strange.
What's strange? Don't go talking to that confounded pipe.
Broad daylight, sir. Strange how Angelo should make apartment without attracting attention.
There's a back entrance, you know.
So, but look at the state he's in.
Yes, I must agree. It's all so baffling. Much and all as I hope this trusted fella turns out to be the innocent party, I can't help harking back to that telephone call.
Helena Jensen's flat.
Indeed. You say it was Angelo who contacted her?
Voice didn't say, of course. Not while I was there, I mean.
And you didn't actually have your ear to the receiver?
No, sir. Possible doubt that voice over phone was Angelo's.
Then I've fresh hope. But I do wish Mendel would arrive.
Mendel? Oh, yes, the doctor. The patient's stirring, too.
He is? Why, Jove, yes. How did he get into this state?
Excellency.
He wants you, sir.
I'm here. By your side, old fella.
Excellency,
take it gently now.
You must know this.
I'd better hear it, sir.
Excellency, it is not I who betray you.
As if I ever believed that. But, Angelo, who is this other person?
A relative, Excellency.
Relative?
One of those many relatives you have scattered throughout length and breadth of Rio?
See.
To a great extent, that sets my mind at rest.
But relatives still loose, sir.
Joe's, yes.
Angelo, old chap. This is Carson.
Indeed.
Don't try getting up. Take it easy. Many questions, but this one. Where have you been?
I said, never beyond it.
Never beyond where?
This building, Fenno.
What's this? Never beyond the apartment block? Angelo!
Out to it again, sir.
It grows even more baffling.
There'll be rhyme and reason in due course.
Let's hope so. But I do wish Mendel would arrive. Angelo's knocked about all right. Perhaps more seriously than we know.
Dr. Mendel confirmed this when he arrived. The patient had been in some sort of coma for a number of days. Possibly the whole 4 that covered the period of his disappearance. Mendel wanted to send him to hospital, but didn't insist when Sir Giles said we could handle the treatment. It was late that night before we could get around to asking any questions.
Now, old fellow, we don't want to trouble you or exhaust you, but there's much that we must know.
See, Excellency, I have much to tell.
Perhaps best to start from the time Angelo left.
Indeed. To refresh your memory, Angelo, we had my friend Commander Grant here. He was telling us the story behind the lights that never go out. You recall that?
See, Excellency, with great clearness.
Splendid. However, you seemed upset after hearing the commander's explanation.
Well, Excellency...
The part about some ancient race having atom power and so the lights.
Atom power, Excellency? Oh, to me, that is very strange. I believe that spirits of some kind dwell in the region of the ruins. I'm disturbed at the thought of going there.
Well, perhaps that does explain one point.
I'd say so, sir.
Right then. But you went off from here, Angelo, to see your relatives. The ones from whom we received word that Charco, the elusive scientist, was connected with the search for these lights.
Indeed, Excellency, but I regret to tell you that I did not get beyond this building.
Now, for this building business.
I was lured into the darkness of the basement.
Yes. But by whom?
A relative, Excellency.
Go on.
A great struggle took place. And when a person is mad, he has strength that is much superior.
You mean this relative out of his mind?
See.
Now, let's get this straight. He knocked you out, left you in the basement of this apartment building.
That is so.
And been there since?
Until I recovered sufficiently to come up here.
Right. Now, more about this relative.
Jones, yes.
Senor Carson. For some time I've been doubtful of him, and his opportunity to turn upon me occurred with the death of a certain Galveo.
Galveo? Now, how the blazes does he come into it?
I wondered whether we'd heard the last of that bird.
But he was dying when you left him. Shot through the chest with an arrow.
True, Excellency.
Old fellow, I hate to press you, but we must know.
It was from this insect of a relative that I was able to discover in what dark part of the city Galveo might be found.
I recall that.
Galveo himself was betrayed.
How so?
The arrow, Senor, was from the bow of the person who employed him to capture us.
And that person?
My relative did not reveal that.
Pity.
So, Sir Giles. But what you mean, Angelo, is this. Galveo was killed before he could be persuaded to tell us anything.
Si, Senor. But when we departed from him, believing him to be beyond all aid, my relatives moved in.
Moved in, you say?
My relative was lurking close by.
I see what you
He
mean.
went to the side of this Galveo. In the moment of death, Galveo had only hatred of his former employer. For this reason, he did not hesitate to reveal to my relative much information.
That being?
The various senoritas who are interested in the affairs of Senor Carson.
That's how you got the list, eh?
Indeed. Delivered into his hands, my relative believed there was much information which might bring to him sudden good fortune.
So he approached the various women.
Then he has already approached them.
I fear so. Over the last 3 or 4 days.
He is crazy, treacherous.
A trifle dangerous to our plans.
It could be disastrous. And there's so much at stake. The lives of so many innocent people involved.
Where it is mercy still, seems. Howsoever, Angelo, did he mention Roger Deauville?
No, Senor.
He's a suspect. At least we've marked him down as such.
Afraid so, sir.
Why, afraid so.
Old school chums. I hate to think ill of the fellow.
The trouble is, Carson, you hate to think ill of anyone. But Angelo's managed to come up with a great deal of information.
So, puzzles me how he got it.
Senor, this relative of mine was crazy with madness. While he holds the knife at me, I try to play him along. And he keeps boasting that now he will make this sudden fortune for himself. He says that our own mothers would not tell us apart, so great is our likeness in appearance and manner.
Appearance and manner? Carson, that phone call.
Seems to explain it. You didn't phone Miss Helena Jansen by any chance, old chap?
Senor, how could this be possible? For days I lie in the basement unconscious, without the power to break free from the ropes, or to take away the cloth that prevents me from crying out.
Take it easy now. We understand.
I think that's enough from him for the time being.
No, Excellency.
No, old fellow. You're under doctor's orders. You must rest.
But I've not told you all.
Better leave it.
Please, Excellency. I can't gather this strength.
All right. Take your time, then.
The insect of a relative, Excellency. He tells me that he is aware of something more of this Chaco and his search for the lights that never go out.
Chaco again, huh? Yeah, but go on.
The search, Senor, was by a plane that alights upon the water.
Seaplane?
Si, Senor.
He's out again.
Yes, I fear so. We've exhausted him. Well, we'll let him rest and meanwhile digest all he's told us. But that relative is still loose.
So it turned out that Angelo was still a trusted retainer. We made him comfortable, and then took our drinks out onto the balcony. The traffic was slight now on the boulevards below, the lights of Rio thinning out as the night wore on. Yeah, we had much to think about, but talking only brought us up against the many grave problems that hindered us in our search.
Indeed, Carson, it's a great relief to know that Angelo is innocent of all conniving. But, as you say, the problems remain.
So.
And among the things that puzzle me is this. Angelo's renegade relative contacted Miss Jensen, Miss Fitzhenry, and Mademoiselle Corelli. Yet all three chose to inform you of this. Oh, why?
Well, it was very simple, huh?
You think so?
Perfect chance to ally themselves with me.
A lie? Oh, you mean get you to take them into your confidence?
So.
Well, that's one good thing you've learnt from all your dealings with women. Something of their wiles. However, we must follow up this latest clue of charcoal.
Seaplane, huh?
Yes. I'll have a chat with Julius Grant.
No, we can't afford to waste any time, sir. We must keep on the job of tracking down these scientists.
And we must try to work out some pattern to all these moves against us. Try to work out where your various acquaintances fit into the picture, if you see what I mean. Yes, all the same, as I said, as far as we know, Angelo's relative is still loose.
It seemed obvious that our next move must be a search for the lights that never go out. But meanwhile, Angelo's renegade relative was the most immediate obstacle between us and the grim prize of Operation Deathray.
Undercover Carson is written by Michael Noonan and produced by Walter Pym for Art Transa.